Hey everyone, welcome back to our podcast. I'm Alex.
And I'm Emma. Today we've got a super useful episode for all you English learners out there.
That's right. We're going to explore 10 really practical English expressions that you can use in everyday conversations.
And don't worry, we'll explain them naturally, give examples, and even show you how to use them in questions or tricky situations.
And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future lessons, and give us a like if you found it helpful.
So grab a notebook, sit back, and let's get started.
All right, let's jump right into the first one, and it's a really common one. The expression is, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Nice.
Hey, Emma, I'm thinking about staying up all night to finish this extra assignment. Do you think it's worth it?
Honestly, Alex, it's not worth it. You'll be too tired tomorrow, and your work probably won't be your best.
Oh, I see. So when would something be worth it?
Well, if the result is really valuable or helpful, then it is worth it. For example, studying an extra hour for an important exam, that's worth it.
Got it. And what about buying a new phone right now?
Not worth it. Wait for a sale next month and then it will be worth it because you'll save money.
So we can use it's worth it for good decisions and it's not worth it for things that aren't helpful.
Exactly.
And you can also turn it into a question. Is it worth it to, is it worth it to go to that expensive concert?
Perfect. That makes sense. So listeners, remember, check if something is worth it before spending your time, money, or energy. Hey, Emma, I heard that the new restaurant in town is amazing.
Yeah, it really is. The food is great and the service is excellent.
Wow. I'll just take your word for it. I haven't had time to check it myself.
Exactly. When you take someone's word for it, you believe what they say without seeing it yourself.
Oh, so it's like trusting someone's recommendation?
Yes. For example, if I tell you that a movie is really good and you say, okay, I'll take your word for it, you're trusting my opinion.
Got it. But what if someone exaggerates or isn't honest?
That's the tricky part. If someone says something and you take their word for it blindly, you might end up disappointed. For example,
Like if my friend says this phone is perfect, but it actually has lots of problems.
exactly. Then you trusted them too quickly. So take your word for it is useful, but sometimes it's smart to double check.
Makes sense. So in everyday life, we often use it for trusted friends, experts, or people whose opinion we value, right?
Perfect. That's exactly when this expression works best. Now that we know how to use I'll take your word for it, let's look at another super useful phrase you'll hear native speakers use all the time.
Hey, Emma, I finished my part of the project. What should I do next?
Well, the ball is in your court now. I've done everything I can, so it's your turn to take action.
Oh, I see. So it means it's my responsibility to make the next move?
Exactly. You can use it in work, school, or even in personal situations. Can you give me another example?
Sure. Imagine you asked someone out on a date. If they say, okay, I'll think about it, you could say, all right, the ball is in your court. It means you're waiting for their decision.
Oh, that makes sense. So it's like passing responsibility or a decision to someone else.
Exactly. And it's a really natural way to say it in English without directly telling someone, now it's your responsibility.
All right, let's jump right into the next one, and it's a really common one. The expression is call it a day.
Call it a day. Emma, we've been working on this project for hours. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I think it's time to call it a day. We can finish the rest tomorrow.
Oh, so that means we stop working for now.
Exactly. When you call it a day, you decide to stop working, usually after you've done enough for the time being.
Can you give me another example?
Sure. Imagine you've been cleaning the house all morning. If someone says, let's call it a day, it means let's stop and rest now.
Got it. So it's really casual and common in daily conversation, right?
Yes. People use it at work, at home, or even after studying. It's a friendly way to say, we're done for now.
Emma, I think we're never going to finish this project on time.
Let's face it, Alex, we should have started earlier.
Oh, so let's face it means we're acknowledging something true, even if it's unpleasant?
Exactly. You use it when you want to admit a fact or reality that might be hard to accept.
Can you give another example?
Sure. Imagine someone says, "We're not very good at cooking, are we?" You could reply, "Let's face it, we're better at ordering takeout."
That's a good one. So it's kind of like saying, let's be honest about this.
Perfect. That's exactly how native speakers use it in daily conversation.
Up to now, we have learned super expressions. Let's dive in. Next one, under the weather. Hey, Emma, you look a bit tired today.
Everything okay?
Honestly, I'm feeling under the weather. I think I'm coming down with a cold.
Oh, so under the weather means you're not feeling well?
Exactly. You can use it when you feel sick, tired, or generally unwell. If someone says, "I'm not going to work today, I'm feeling under the weather," it means they're sick or not feeling good enough to go.
Got it. So it's a more casual and friendly way to say, I'm sick.
Yes, and it's very common in everyday English, both in conversation and in emails or messages. Let's dive in. Getting cold feet.
I was supposed to give a presentation today, but I'm really nervous.
Don't worry. Are you getting cold feet?
What does that mean?
When someone gets cold feet, it means they suddenly become nervous or hesitant about doing something important, usually at the last minute.
Like when I almost backed out of the presentation because I was scared?
Exactly. That's a perfect example.
Can you give another one?
Sure. Imagine someone is about to ask someone out on a date, but right before they do, they get cold feet. It means they got too nervous to go through with it.
I see. So it's used for any situation where fear or nervousness makes you hesitate.
Exactly. And it's very common in both casual and professional conversations. Okay, so now you know what getting cold feet means, when you feel nervous before doing something big. But here's the thing. Sometimes, even if we get cold feet, we still decide to go for it because we know it's worth it in the long run. And that's actually our next expression, in the long run.
I'm thinking about buying a slightly more expensive laptop. Do you think it's a good idea?
Absolutely. In the long run, it's better to buy a high-quality laptop that lasts longer than a cheap one that breaks quickly.
Oh, so in the long run means thinking about the future or over a long period of time, right?
Exactly. You use it when talking about results or consequences that will appear after some time has passed. If someone says, exercising regularly might be hard now, but in the long run, it's great for your health, they mean the benefits appear over time.
Got it. So it's all about thinking ahead and considering future results.
Exactly, and it's very common in advice, planning, and discussions about decisions. So yeah, it might be tough now, but it's totally worth it in the long run. Oh, and that reminds me, have you ever heard a name or a word that sounds familiar, but you can't remember why? If that's happened to you, then today's next expression will ring a bell.
Do you remember the name of that new restaurant in town?
The one near the cinema?
Yeah, it rings a bell, but I can't remember exactly.
Exactly. When something rings a bell, it sounds familiar or reminds you of something, even if you can't recall all the details. Oh, so it's like when you hear a name or a fact and it feels familiar, but you're not 100% sure?
Exactly. For example, if someone mentions a movie you've seen a long time ago, you might say, that title rings a bell.
Got it. Can it also be used with people?
Yes, if you meet someone and their face or name feels familiar, you can say, that name rings a bell.
Perfect. That's really useful for conversations. So yeah, when something rings a bell, it means it sounds familiar, even if you don't remember exactly why. Now, speaking of staying updated, in English, we often want to let someone know that we'll share new information with them in the future. And the final expression comes in, keep you posted.
Did you hear back from the client about our proposal?
Not yet, but don't worry. I'll keep you posted as soon as I know anything.
Oh, so that means you'll update me with the latest information, right?
Exactly. Whenever you want someone to inform you about progress or updates, you can say, I'll keep you posted.
Can you give another example?
Sure. Imagine your friend is waiting to hear if a concert has tickets available. You can say, I'll keep you posted if I find any tickets.
Got it. So it's like saying, don't worry, I'll let you know what happens.
Exactly. And you can also use it casually in emails, texts, or in conversation. It's very common. All right, before we finish, let's quickly go over everything we learned today.
Yeah, good idea. So first we had it's not worth it, when something just isn't worth your time or effort.
Exactly. And then take your word for it, which is what you say when you trust someone without needing proof.
Right. Next up, the ball is in your court. That's when it's someone else's turn to make a decision.
And if you're done for the day, you can simply say, let's call it a day.
Oh, and don't forget, I'll keep you posted. Perfect for promising to update someone.
True. Then we had let's face it, which is great for introducing an honest or difficult truth.
And it rings a bell when something sounds familiar, even if you're not sure why.
If you're feeling sick, you can say, I'm under the weather.
And if you suddenly get nervous before doing something big, that's getting cold feet.
Finally, we learned in the long run, which is all about thinking of the future and long-term results.
Wow, that's a lot of useful expressions. And if you can use just a few of these in your conversations this week, you'll already sound more natural and confident.
That's it for today's episode. We hope you enjoyed learning these expressions with us.
And remember, the more you practice these expressions in your own conversations, the more natural your English will sound.
If you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future lessons, and give us a like if you found it helpful.
Thanks for listening, everyone, and we'll keep you posted with more fun and useful English in the next episode.
Bye for now.